In this world, there are two kinds of people: those who build their dreams and those who bury them under excuses. Excuses are the easy way out. They are the soft pillow that lets you sleep when you should be working. They are the chains that keep you from moving forward. And the truth is, every single person has them. The difference is that champions refuse to use them. The moment you say, "I can't because," you kill your own potential. You close the door on opportunity before it even knocks. And then you wonder why life feels empty, why success feels out of reach. The answer isn't that you were unlucky. The answer is that you chose excuses over effort. Think about it. Every excuse sounds reasonable in the moment. I'm tired. I don't have the time. I'll start when things are better. But life doesn't reward excuses. Life rewards action. History doesn't remember the ones who had excuses. History remembers the ones who fought, even when it was hard. The ones who kept going, even when the odds were against them. The ones who found a way when everyone else was busy finding excuses. Success doesn't require perfection. Success requires persistence. It doesn't care about your background, your past mistakes, or your current struggles. It only cares about one thing. Did you show up and do the work? Every time you give an excuse, you tell yourself that you are weaker than your circumstances. You admit defeat before the battle even begins. But every time you refuse excuses, you gain strength. You prove to yourself that you are bigger than your problems, stronger than your challenges, and braver than your fears. There will never be a perfect time. Conditions will never be ideal. Waiting for the right moment is just another excuse dressed in disguise. The right time is always now. The right place is wherever you are. The right person is the one looking back at you in the mirror. Ask yourself, do you want to live a life of comfort or a life of impact? Do you want to spend your days explaining why you couldn't? Or showing the world how you did? Excuses make today easy, but they make tomorrow hard. Discipline makes today hard, but it makes tomorrow great. Most people choose the easy road. That's why most people never rise. That's why most people spend their lives wishing, waiting, regretting. Don't be one of them. Your dreams are waiting. Your goals are calling. The question is not, can you? The question is, will you? Every champion you admire, every legend you respect, every success story you hear, none of them had an excuse-free life. They had obstacles. They had doubts. They had failures. The difference is, they refused to let excuses define them. Michael Jordan didn't make his high school basketball team. He could have said, maybe I'm not good enough. But he didn't. He worked harder. He became the greatest. Oprah Winfrey was told she wasn't fit for television. She could have said, maybe they're right. But she didn't. She rose above. She built an empire. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. He could have said, it's impossible. But he didn't. He turned failure into fuel. These stories are not about talent. They are about choice. They are about refusing to live with excuses. The truth is simple. You can have results or you can have excuses. You can't have both. Excuses are comfortable, but they are deadly. They kill ambition. They kill progress. They kill dreams. And the worst part? They kill slowly. Day by day, excuse by excuse, until one day you wake up and realize your whole life was wasted waiting for the perfect chance that never came. Don't let that be you. Don't let your story be written in the ink of regret. Write it in the fire of determination. No excuses means no limits. No excuses means you take full responsibility for your life. No excuses means you stop waiting for help and start creating your own path. Yes, it will be hard. Yes, you will fail sometimes. Yes, people will doubt you. But every step without excuses is a step toward greatness. The world doesn't care about your excuses. The world only cares about what you produce. And if you want to inspire, if you want to lead, if you want to achieve, then you must stand up and say, no more excuses. Not today. Not ever. Excuses are seductive. They sound like friends, but they are traitors. They whisper in your ear when the alarm clock rings, sleep a little longer. They distract you when it's time to focus. Scroll your phone just 5 more minutes. They hold you back when you face failure. It wasn't your fault. You couldn't help it. And every time you listen, you give away power. You surrender control. You make yourself smaller. But imagine a life where you never surrendered to excuses. Imagine if every time you were tempted to quit, you went harder. Imagine if every time you felt fear, you acted anyway. How different would your life look in 1 year? In 5 years? In 10? The truth is, small excuses build big regrets. Small disciplines build big victories. The illusion of comfort. Excuses promise comfort. They promise safety. But comfort is the most dangerous place you can live. Comfort zones kill more dreams than failure ever could. When you choose comfort today, you choose pain tomorrow. When you choose effort today, you choose pride tomorrow. Every excuse makes you weaker. Every discipline makes you stronger. So ask yourself, which pain will you choose? The pain of discipline or the pain of regret? Because life will always give you one. Excuses are lies. Every excuse is a lie dressed as truth. I don't have the time. The truth is, you haven't made the time. I don't have the resources. The truth is, creativity is born from scarcity. I'm not talented enough. The truth is, hard work beats talent when talent refuses to work. I failed before. The truth is, failure is the tuition fee of success. The mind will protect you with lies. It will try to keep you safe. But safe is not where dreams are achieved. Safe is not where greatness is born. Greatness is born in risk, in courage, in sacrifice. Legends without excuses. Think of the warriors who changed the world. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison. He could have said, "My life is over." Instead, he walked out stronger, leading a nation toward freedom. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers. She was a single mother, broke, unemployed. She could have said, "This is impossible." Instead, she kept writing. Today, her stories live in every corner of the globe. Abraham Lincoln lost elections again and again. He suffered failure, bankruptcy, personal tragedy. He could have said, "I'm not cut out for leadership." Instead, he became one of the greatest presidents in history. What if they had chosen excuses? What if they had given up? The world would have been darker, smaller, emptier. And so will your world be if you let excuses win. The mirror test. Look in the mirror. What do you see? Do you see someone capable, powerful, determined? Or do you see someone hiding behind excuses? Because here is the hardest truth. You cannot lie to yourself. Deep down, you know when you're giving your best and when you're giving excuses. You know when you're pushing limits and when you're holding back. And every day, you have to live with that person in the mirror. So make that person proud. Make that person unshakable. Make that person unstoppable. Discipline over excuses. Excuses are born from weakness. Discipline is born from strength. Excuses say, "Not today." Discipline says, "Today, especially today." Excuses say, "I can't." Discipline says, "I will." Excuses are easy. Discipline is hard. But discipline gives you freedom. Freedom from regret, freedom from doubt, freedom from wasted potential. Every rep in the gym, every late night of study, every early morning of hustle, it all adds up. And each time you choose discipline, you kill an excuse. That is how greatness is built. Brick by brick, choice by choice. The enemy within. Don't mistake this. The biggest battle is not outside. It's not against competitors. It's not against critics. The biggest battle is inside. Your laziness, your doubts, your fears, these are your enemies. And the most dangerous weapon they use against you is excuses. You can silence them only with action. You can defeat them only with effort. No speech, no book, no motivation will save you if you don't act. Action is the cure for excuses. So stop talking. Stop waiting. Stop justifying. Move. Do. Fight. Your future depends on this. One day, years from now, you will sit down and look back on your life. And on that day, there will be two kinds of stories you can tell. One story will be filled with excuses. I couldn't because. I didn't because. That story ends in regret. The other story will be filled with courage. I tried anyway. I worked anyway. I fought anyway. That story ends in pride. Which story will you tell? Because the choices you make today decide the story you tell tomorrow. No excuses, no limits. The path of no excuses is hard. It will test you. It will break you. It will push you to your edge. But it is the only path that leads to greatness. The world doesn't need more excuses. The world needs more doers, more fighters, more creators, more leaders. And that can be you if you decide. So today, make a promise to yourself. No excuses. When it's hard, no excuses. When it's painful, no excuses. When it's impossible, no excuses. Because impossible is only a word used by people who hide behind excuses. And you are not one of them. Excuses are the language of the weak. Action is the language of the strong. The weak say, I'll try tomorrow. The strong say, I'll start now. The weak say, I wish I could. The strong say, watch me. The weak blame circumstances. The strong build circumstances. And the question is, who are you? The final test. Life is not a straight road. It is mountains, storms, deserts, oceans. At every step, you will face resistance. At every step, you will be given two choices. Hide behind excuses or rise with effort. Excuses will always sound louder when the battle is toughest. When you are exhausted. When you are broke. When you are alone. That's when excuses will scream in your ear, telling you to quit, to rest, to give up. But those moments, those exact moments, are the birthplace of champions. Because when you ignore the excuses and take one more step, when you lift one more rep, when you push through one more obstacle, that is when you grow. That is when you transform. That is when the impossible becomes possible. The fire within. Every human being has a fire inside them. For some, it burns quietly, hidden under fear and excuses. For others, it blazes so bright that it lights up the world. Which fire will you choose to feed? Excuses throw water on the fire. Discipline throws fuel. Every choice you make is either dimming your fire or making it roar. And when that fire roars, excuses cannot survive. Doubt cannot survive. Fear cannot survive. Inside you, there is more strength than you realize. Inside you, there is power that excuses cannot touch. But you will only see it when you stop saying, I can't, and start proving, I will. The price of greatness. Understand this. Greatness has a price. It will cost you time, energy, comfort, sleep, and sometimes even relationships. Excuses are free. Excuses cost nothing, but they leave you with nothing. Greatness is expensive, but it gives you everything. So ask yourself, what are you willing to pay? Are you willing to sweat until your body aches? Are you willing to work while others rest? Are you willing to sacrifice comfort for progress? Because that is the cost. That is the price of living a life worth remembering. The echo of legacy. When your time on this earth is done, people will not remember your excuses. They will not remember why you couldn't. They will remember what you did. They will remember the risks you took. They will remember the impact you made. Your children, your friends, your community, what story will they tell about you? Will they say, "He dreamed big, but he never tried"? Or will they say, "He refused excuses. He showed us what was possible"? Legacy is not built by excuses. Legacy is built by action. The war cry. So here, today, make your stand. No more waiting. No more delaying. No more justifying. Every excuse dies today. Every excuse is buried here. From this moment forward, you rise. You fight. You act. You endure. You build. No excuses. No limits. No surrender. Imagine this. Imagine a life where you give your all every single day. Imagine a life where excuses never control you. Imagine looking back and knowing you left nothing on the table, you wasted no potential, you fought with everything you had. That life is possible. That life is waiting. But only if you choose it. Only if you kill excuses once and for all. Because excuses will steal your life quietly, but action will give it back loudly. The final words. So here's the truth you must carry with you. You can make excuses, or you can make progress. You can have reasons, or you can have results. You can live in comfort, or you can live in greatness. But you cannot have both. The world is waiting for your decision. Your future is waiting. Your greatness is waiting. So what will it be? Excuses or excellence? The choice is yours, and the time is now.